Premier League. And this is a Premier League style finish here for Ryan Branley.
I think he actually walked onto a song called Hometown Hero. Oh, brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Well, maybe we're getting a new hero here at the Super Series. Ryan Branley wasting no time in announcing himself to the stage.
Ryan to throw first.
Living out his teenage dream.
He may not leave one from 238 unless he finds a treble, which he has.
134.
It was interesting thinking to use the ball there because he had he at the 25, he'd left 126 rather than a 2 treble shot. Just get a treble. Having already taken out 114. Now, he takes out another ton topper. This is brilliant by Branley.
He requires 71.
So, double 10 for the 4-1 win. That's how he responded to that previous mistake. Absolutely fabulous start for the 16-year-old Ryan Branley, who pockets a 4-1 victory. Did it with maturity, did it with magnificence, and he gets the 2 points in his opening match. 56. Oh, he's making hard work of it at the moment, and that's a real mess.
Darren, you require.
Doesn't even get a dart at the 56. You see the frustration, the disappointment. Could it be punished? It does.
On the third leg, Darren Barton.
I think there's also an argument there about understanding your equipment, understanding the line.
But it's Barton looking the most likely to win the pair's opening match here.
28. Jamie, you require 141.
Kelly needs to land something big here. Could this be a game turner?
Game shot.
He needed something big. He gets something big out of nowhere. Jamie Kellin has been playing second fiddle here to the Spartan.
It's the wrong leg at the wrong time for Darren Barton.
41. Jamie requires 67.
And that's the right thing at the right time for Jamie Kelling, who's finishing in that game was exemplary. Darren Barton missed an unlucky 13 darts at double in the game and could not get going in the decider that he earned for himself, whereas Jamie Kelling was pretty much perfect when it came to the outer ring. A fabulous table-turning 1-4-1 checkout got him level at 2-2, and it looked like the game was getting away. He would have left to finish. Instead, Nicholls has got plenty of time to convert this 61.
Game shot on the third.
Which he does with aplomb.
Dan Nicholls.
Well, when he looked at the group, there was only one name he actually recognised, and that was Ross Montgomery. So if you can get him out the way first with a victory, we'll set him up well for the day.
Game shot.
What a start.
Dan Nicholls.
What a debut. What a moment for the ADC qualifier Dan Nicholls on the Super Series stage for the first time, but playing on it like he's there every day. Ross Montgomery has been there every day this week. Had a really good day yesterday, but it doesn't start well today. And Nicholls, in his first match, averages just shy of 100.
This will be the moment of the week for Van der Ende.
140. Jamie
hits a 140, stays there for some reason. Maybe he just thought it was over anyway. Is he right? Is he right? He is. As Kelling claims it 4-1 and doubles up on victories here in Group C. The start that he desired. Kelling with it.
Ryan, you require 78.
Whatever mind games can be employed, the bit you do on the dartboard is always the most important, and the bit that Branley has been very, very good at today is the finishing. The combinations have been first class from the youngster.
Game on. 68.
Time on his side meant he didn't have to go the bullseye route. Ryan Branley can just hit and hope. Needs to find at least one treble to leave a finish.
60.
Can't do so.
Ross, you
So
require
Montgomery,
60.
6 darts.
But
only needs the one. Ryan Branley, the 16-year-old, tastes defeat for the first time on the Super Series stage, and it is at the hands of the 61-year-old Ross Montgomery, who puts in a stellar performance. He was the guy to keep an eye on today, the guy we thought could top the table. 98.12 average there for Ross Montgomery. Ryan Branley didn't do too much wrong. He just ran into one there from the boss.
The next game is against the other player who's had a perfect start in Jamie Kelly.
171.
3 treble visits to tee up. Now this is interesting to see what he does, because he's on a possible 10 dart finish, but to get a 10 darter he'd have to hit the bullseye.
He did just look at the scoreboard to see where Darren Barton was, and that maximum may change his mind.
I think it did. And that was a kind of dead cat maximum as well, because he's left 21 by hitting it, but he got the big call from the referee. The flashing lights in the arena, and maybe just did enough to put Dan Nichols off a little bit there.
Game shot.
Brilliant stuff
Darren Barton
by the Spartan. Another in there. Couldn't follow it, but he's going to put himself in a very promising position here. And Nichols must hit this.
And he won't.
57.
Much opportunity for Darren Barton to join the points party.
Double 12. Pulled. Double 6. Going to try and bounce it in off the barrier.
12.
Couldn't quite manage it. Stay of execution at the very least here for Dan Nichols. Oh, only needed to hit the big number there.
34.
Barton was not looking at his back turn totally.
Darren, you require 12.
Get the sense that early in the day, both these players are feeling this is a really big match, a really big moment. Certainly Darren Barton, having lost his first, will feel that. And he does manage to get over the line.
Darren Barton!
The 4-1 victory for the Spartan, who sees off Dan Nichols. The battle of the ADC qualifiers goes the way of the man who's been here all week. Nichols, who had a stellar start to his debut day, could not repeat that kind of performance. Average dropping by some 20 points from his first match. 9 darts missed at double, the big problem. And Darren Barton, what a sigh of relief at the end as he sort of fell over.
What should require 84.
Can't take the chance, so 84 for the snarling Scot to seal a second success of the day. The bull will do it.
59.
Oh, that's close.
Dennis, you require 4.
Feel this is last chance saloon as far as this fixture goes.
Game shot on the 5th leg. Dennis van der
Was
Ende.
that last one in hand? That saves the day, keeps him alive, gives him some hope.
No score.
It's a cruel game.
Ross, you require 8.
Dennis van der Ende had his chance to bring the losing streak to an end, but Ross Montgomery can make it continue. But he won't feel like he bossed the match, but he did win the match.
Montgomery.
Van der Ende had the opportunity to get a second win of the week, and a second win of the week against Ross Montgomery. It would have been his first since Monday. Ross, well, yeah, we know how you feel, mate, but he did get the job done in the end. And in truth, it could be a really pivotal match. It takes him to 4 points. Treble 18. Nichols with a real opportunity here.
40. Dan, you require 80.
Double his advantage.
Game shot on the 2nd leg.
Beautiful.
Dan Nichols.
Great angle as well there to show the angle of entry of his darts, because Slightly
Delegate Jamie
deceiving.
to throw first.
They land pretty
Game.
flat, don't they?
Absolutely perfectly to bring himself down to a single dart finish.
57. Daniel requires 16. Game shot and the match.
And there it is.
Dan
A whitewash
Nichols.
win for Dan Nichols against Jamie Kelling, who up to that point had won both of his games. And, well, we are getting a rather interesting group where anybody seems to be able to beat anybody else. Nichols getting his second win from his 3 matches on his first appearance. He's taken to the Super Series like a duck to water, and he has eased past Jamie Kelling in that one. On 57, gets him a go at tops. And he's been so good in that department, hasn't he? On those combination finishes, running out of paper to write them all down. Chance at 117 though, and he took that out in the previous leg.
Well, history has a habit of repeating itself.
And there is nothing sweeter than a repeater.
Ryan Branley.
As Ryan Branley goes back to back with 117 checkouts.
To throw first. $180.
100% on the doubles. The second maximum of the game for Ryan Branley. 2 117 finishes. This is clinical.
Well, how interesting could it get? How exciting could it get?
180.
It can't get any more exciting than this. Ryan Branley, at 16 years of age, on his first appearance at the Modus Super Series, is on a 9-dart finish.
100. Ryan, you require
Let's give us an 11, the best leg of the week so far. There's only 2 more we can do better than that. And he was nearly there. A dart away from being able to have the big money shot.
89.
So close to a moment of history. Remember the name. I think he'll remember that moment.
But the series business here, he's got a chance to win the game and a chance to do it with a second 11-dart leg.
Hasn't missed a double in the match, and that is a stunning performance by any measure. Ryan Branley, the teenage talent, defeats Darren Barton 4-1 and does it with an average of 104.53 in a match in which he threatened a perfect leg and did not miss a single dart at double. Read those stats, take them in. That lad is just 16 years of age, and that is what he can already do. The leg he won, he did that, and then he polished off a checkout in this vicinity. That was 76. Can't quite do the same with 78. So if Kelling can take 74, the game will be over. We spoke about this earlier. He goes that route to leave tops clear.
54.
He could not find the target.
Russia require 40. Game shot on the 5th leg. Ross Montgomery. 140.
Instead of straight, it's great. He's double 18 after 12.
95.
Yeah, a dozen darts to leave a double is exactly where you'd want to be in a last leg shootout. Double 9. And Ross Montgomery turns that tie around, and for the second successive match, wins in a deciding leg. And this time, the victory moves the Scots to the top of the table. 6 points then from a possible 8 for Ross Montgomery. Jamie Kelling left on 4, having won half his matches so far. That one going the distance, but missed opportunities to win the match there. A couple of darts in a couple of legs for Jamie Kelling, who could have won it 4-1. Instead he goes...
Ten.
Darren Barton can't close the door.
130.
Ideal marker there for the treble. Unable to use it.
65.
Barton struggling to get over the line.
Require 10.
Yeah, and double five hasn't been his friend throughout this week. I've seen him get caught at sixes and sevens on this target. But he's straight in and wins it in 5 on double five. And it's another comfortable win, really, for Darren the Spartan Barton against Dennis van der Ende. He just cannot buy a win, and he's looking like suffering a 3rd straight day of defeat at 16 at the Super Series.
I do think sometimes that what happened and what is happening with Luke Littler is just blurring the lines of expectation and reality a little bit. So, because had the Luke Littler story not happened, we would be going on so much about what this lad could go and achieve. That is a 12 darter to follow up the 2 11s in the last.
Yep. He looks like a special talent.
Delegates down to throw first.
Regardless of who's been here before.
Context of the level of this group, Dan Nichols not done anything wrong. If anything, playing just above the level of the group. But once again, Ryan
96.
dishing up something well beyond the standard of what we've seen from everybody else.
Yeah, he's found a high level of consistency. He's played fantastic and he's stayed
55.
fantastic.
Ryan, it requires 74.
No dip. Yeah, of course the average will be lower, but no real dip from that previous performance. He's bossed this game from start to finish.
34.
Can't quite find another combo to complete the job, but will return for tops if Nichols doesn't take out the 127, which he won't.
99. Ryan, you require 40.
Double 10.
Game
Big up Branley. Another very polished performance. Another
Branley.
average north of 90. This time it's Dan Nichols on the receiving end. But we've got a wonder kid at the Super Series based on the evidence of the 4 matches he's played so far today. And they are 4 matches that have now taken him to the top of the table, winning 3 of them. That one with a 50% strike rate on his doubles, which is fantastic. That element had been missing a little bit in comparison to what he was doing earlier in the week. The 180s had dried up for Darren today, but that one puts enough pressure on Ross that he sprays his darts all over the place 24. And gives him a go at the break of throw.
36. $28. Russia requires 72.
That was a big chance. A big opportunity.
Game shot on the 4th.
Stood with a defeatist look on his face. Probably felt he's been in this position before and been punished, and he has once again smack bang in the middle of the double there for Montgomery. He's got to hit and hope, and well, he's doing his part. He's doing the hitting.
He was almost a little annoyed to have found that at that point, 62. Wasn't he, when he's powerless to do anything about Ross Montgomery winning the match. Even that miss isn't a problem, as he tees up double 16, and Ross Montgomery completes another good day at the Super Series. For the 2nd day on the spin, he's won 4 of his 5 matches, and maybe Ross is the boss after all. And Saturday night looks like it is on the horizon once again for the Scotsman. He's been there 3 times before from 3 visits. He may make it 4 from 4. He's won 4 from 5. And he's beaten Darren Barton in his final match. Kelling putting pressure on here.
159.
That's about as pressurising as it gets.
I don't think this lad feels pressure.
I think you've made your point, and I think he's made it for you.
Ryan Branley.
The 106 takes his average to 100. It's back-to-back 15 dart legs for Ryan Branley. Kelling doesn't know what's hit him.
Jamie Rook 122.
having to hunt down that treble 18, and does so successfully. A superb dart to give him a shot at the bull, which he pins. But it's not just all about Ryan.
Kelling.
Jamie's not so bad either. And once again gets a shot to win the match. He's looking at tops.
87.
Another dart denies Ryan Branley, but he will get 3 more.
Just pulled at that a little. That's why very
100.
wisely having a
Ryan
wipe on the
require
towel.
20.
This time, his time.
Game
Ryan is
shot
flying.
and the match.
Branley has been
Ryan
brilliant.
Branley.
And the killing of Kelling sees him move to the top of the table on his Modus Super Series debut at the age of just 16. What a day, what a story, what a performance. And a hard-fought win, that one.
168.
But this time,
Dennis
a lot
requires
more
32.
urgency on the situation. 3 big power trebles there from Dan Nichols. He's getting further away.
No score. Daniel require 24. Game shot on the second leg. Dan Nichols. $78. Daniel require
Somewhat
5.
sums up his day, and indeed his week. And that ends his day in the worst possible way after the worst possible day. Dennis van der Ende, well, he can't be very happy. But Dan Nichols on debut will be more than pleased. Having managed to bag himself a hat-trick of victories, he puts himself properly in that race to make it through to finals night on debut. It's been a week of debuts, and some of them have been mightily impressive, including his.